Good afternoon, gentlemen. Momentous events have taken place in England, and we have an Indian who at least traces his heritage to the Indian subcontinent, who's been elected as the Prime Minister of England, and he is Mr. Rishi Sunak. Now, one thing, let's get it very clear. Rishi Sunak is the first non-Christian to become the Prime Minister of England. And the best part of it is that he is a practicing Hindu. Even when he won the last election, he took his oath not on the Bible but on the Gita. This is all, of course, ancillary talk. The basic thing is that the atmosphere in England has completely changed from what it was about 100 years back when India was a colony of the British Empire. And later on, there were die-hard imperialists like Winston Churchill who came and they would not give India its due. So I think England has exorcised that ghost of Churchill, who made some very silly statements which I won't repeat here. But that exorcism has resulted in a man like Rishi Sunak being made the Prime Minister of England. Rishi Sunak's ancestors were from Gujranwala in Punjab, which is now part of Pakistan. And Pakistan rightfully claims that they are Pakistani also. Well, you can claim anything. His ancestors went from Gujranwala to Kenya and then from there to England, and where Rishi studied in very ordinary school. He was a very brilliant man, and he later on won a scholarship, studied in Oxford, went to Stanford University in California, and now is the Prime Minister of England. And all this has been a very meteoric rise. He's risen up like a meteor up into the sky. I mean, just about 4 or 5 years back, well, nobody had heard of this man, and now he's the Prime Minister of England, and the first Prime Minister to be appointed by the new King, Charles, who's the son of Elizabeth II. I'll not make a very long video on this issue, because now, with a different man at the helm of affairs in the United Kingdom, the policy which has been followed earlier will probably undergo a change. It looks likely to me that it will be more balanced, but at the same time we should underscore the fact that Rishi faces a lot of challenges. The English economy has tanked, inflation is high, and England has lost its world power status. It's no longer a member of the EU. And also, I wonder what Joe Biden is thinking about a Hindu heading his closest ally as the Prime Minister. The previous Prime Minister, Ms. Truss, failed miserably. She was out of her depth, resigned within 45 days and went away, and now we have Rishi Sunak. There have been some allegations against Sunak, and that's not something which I'm going to go into, because when politicians reach a particular positions, allegations do come from X place, Y place, and a man must be ready for them. But the only point I'd like to make is that Rishi Sunak is a Hindu, and that is of great significance, because Hindu prime ministers have been heading the governments in only 2 countries in the world. The first is India and the second is Nepal. Nowhere has a Hindu been at the top of the hierarchy. Even some Hindus, like in America, who went there, like Bobby Jindal, they converted to Christianity. Even Kamala Harris, having an Indian lineage, is not really a practicing Hindu. She doesn't. So we have come to the conclusion now that most of the Indians who go abroad, when they rise to a position, they forsake Hinduism for political expediency and maybe embrace Christianity or something similar. But Rishi hasn't done that. He's a practicing Hindu. And I remember reading a statement wherein he had said that I owe my allegiance to my ancestral land, that is India, and I believe in Hinduism. All credit to him. But India shouldn't rest on its laurels and think that since Rishi is a Hindu, he's going to be pro-India. No, it's not going to happen like that. Rishi is a pro-Englishman in a brown skin, and he'll stand by what England needs to do. And very rightly so. So India should have no illusions about Rishi having become the Prime Minister. If that India follows to the letter T and treats Sunak the way they will treating Johnson and others, fair enough. It's the way forward. Don't expect any favors just because Sunak is the Prime Minister. And Pakistan also need not worry, because Sunak is now going to be the Prime Minister, but he will be a balanced Prime Minister, I suppose so. Being a Hindu is a personal belief. We can't contest that. But we must give credit to the British public, to the masses, the members of Parliament of both the houses, the Commons and the Lords, who have selected Sunak as the Prime Minister of England. I think this speaks volumes for the type of country England is. And let's not forget the fact that such a thing is not likely to happen in any other country, and should be a lesson to other people, other nations, that all people of all nationalities must be given their due. Gentlemen, I don't think I'll say anything more now, and I wish you all the best, and I hope in time to come Rishi will prove himself worth his salt. I close now, and I hope you like my video and share it with your friends. Please do it. And I close now and say, Jai Hind. God bless you all. Thank you.